Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Rebel Racing Network and the National Outlaw Racing Association Outlaw Late Model Series, our second race of our doubleheader on Sunday nights. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we are coming to you live from the Myrtle Beach Speedway, a half-mile oval located outside of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where these drivers are going to compete in a 60-lap shootout. The weather tonight, we have clear skies. The temperature outside is 73 degrees, and the track temperature is currently sitting at a nice cool 75 degrees. The rules for tonight's events, this event, the drivers are going to be given 3 sets of tires, 100% fuel, and 1 quick repair to complete the race. Before we get into our broadcast, we have a couple more announcements we just want to reiterate on the Rebel Racing Network. First of which, we had a new sponsor join the team this week. It is Household Lawn Care and More, located in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. If you were located in Elizabeth City or the Outer Banks of North Carolina, check them out for all your lawn care needs, car detailing needs, and really any sort of, household chores that you do not want to do in this summer heat. Our second announcement, if you are following the National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series, we are starting a fan vote, Dash for Cash, for their championship race. The rules are any fan that name drops a driver in my chat, they will be entered into a Facebook poll where the fans will get to vote on their favorite drivers. The top 3 will be chosen to run in the Dash for Cash for the championship race. Out of those top three, whoever finishes the best in the championship race in the Cup Series takes home the money. And finally, here on the Rebel Racing Network, we have added a new broadcast to our schedule on Wednesday nights. That is going to be the Third Coast Racing League. It is an Xfinity Series league starting up, and I actually have my old buddy Dakota Dennis up here in the booth to talk a little bit about it. Dakota, you got us? Good. How are you doing, sir? Yep. So tell us a little bit about this league.
Glad to have you come out. Reach out to us on Facebook. Reach out to us on Discord. I'll tie a link into the Discord tonight, and they can come on over and fill out an application.
All right, hang on there, Dakota. I'm gonna need you to go over that again. I apparently had some audio issues that I am getting worked out. Jamie, thank you for the heads up. Can you hear him now?
Yeah, hopefully they can hear me now. I'll just go over it again, and no problem, no harm, no. We are a 14-week Xfinity Series starting on Wednesday night, Third Coast Racing. It is coast to coast. We have an admin in Florida, we have an admin in California, and we have an admin up on the Wisconsin coast. So that's why we got the name Third Coast Racing. It's going to be a $10 entry, no fast repair. So you go out there, you wreck, you are done for the evening. We're going to have a great time. We're racing Daytona, Homestead, Texas, Iowa, all the great tracks of NASCAR. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out in Discord. I'll tie a link in here. Again, it's a $10 entry. We'd be glad to have you. If you're new, experienced, up and coming, doesn't matter. As long as you're a good driver, level-headed, we're just trying to build the family atmosphere. You come as the foe, you leave as family.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, Dakota. We are excited to be broadcasting that here on the Rebel Racing Network. You want to hang out for the rest of the night and help call the race?
Sure, I'll hang out. It's like a chip off the old block. I hope I ain't lost nothing yet, but we'll find out here when we get this thing underway.
All right, yes, we will. Throwing it back to the old days on Rebel Racing Network with the Super Truck Series where we had me and Dakota up in the booth. Glad to have you back, buddy.
Glad to be back, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And now we're going to head down onto the track for our inaugural race, our inaugural Outlaw Late Models Series. And we're seeing some new names here to the NORA family, as well as some familiar faces. So currently looking at the 33 of Justin Brooks sitting atop the leaderboard. He is a new face to the National Outlaw Racing Association, but he is very fast from what we've seen in practice, almost 0.2 of a second faster than the rest of the field. Sitting in second place, though, we have Chris Evans in that 23 car. Right now, we just saw him about an hour ago in the Cup Series. Some other familiar faces we have. Casey Flowers is back. Thomas Adams in that 64 car. Already got fans in the chat rooting for him. We'll be keeping an eye on him tonight as he takes on this new series.
Yeah, speaking of familiar faces, I know it's been a while since I've been on track on Monday nights, but I'm hoping to make that return. I got that new job I was talking to you about off air, and I think I got some time cleared up. I'm going to try to get back on track this coming up week here and see if I can turn some laps and make the old thing go round.
All right, and we will be looking forward to your return to the track on Monday nights then, too, Dakota. Looks like practice is winding down. We are about to get into qualifying. I just want to give everyone an update. We are dealing with some inclement weather out here in North Carolina. If the broadcast does go down, there are some weather issues. We did have a power surge during the Cup Series race, but if the power goes out, we will do our best to get the stream back up and running, so don't go anywhere, folks. And Jamie, I've been watching these guys practice since the session opened up at 9:30. I do think this is going to be a very good show. A lot of drivers, a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces. The track is nice and cool. Shouldn't be too slick for these drivers. Let's watch some of these qualifying runs.
Yeah, speaking of qualifying runs, I just want to point out there's a lot of speed here tonight in Myrtle Beach. You just got to be careful going in and into turn 1 and 2. If you go a little too low, you'll hit those turtles. But a lot of people don't know there's actually turtles on the track. There's concrete turtles in turns 1 and 2. I've raced here before, and if you hit them, it will ruin your night. So the guys got to do their best to stay off them turtles. But we have a lot of speed here tonight for the NORA Late Model Sunday Night League.
Yes, we do. And we just saw Zach Bartow climb to the top of the leaderboard in the 19 car. Another new face to the NORA series. He is now
He's
following.
got a wonderful 19 car, bright orange. He's got a great paint job on that car. We have to look and see what's on the hood of that car tonight, but that car is going to stand out here at these under the lights.
Yes, it is, and we know you are partial to the number 19, Dakota.
Yes, I am. That's my number, and I hope he's going to represent that number real well. There's been a lot of great drivers throughout the Cup Series, the ARCA Series, and now this Late Model Series that have raced that number 19. That number 19 has a legacy.
Yes, it does. And we're seeing Chris Evans, that 23 car, sitting in second now. Familiar face, Tanner Witt. I do believe he is an ARCA Series driver as well, currently sitting on the pole. But Justin Brooks has now made his way out onto the track for his qualifying. He was fast in practice. We're going to see if it carries over to the qualifying. And I'm seeing our viewers start to roll in. Go ahead and start name dropping some people in the chat. Let us know who to focus on, who to watch out for tonight. Jamie Dunning
And Brooks just laid down a fast lap in that 33 car. 19:03.
Very quick lap. He is going to be tough to beat tonight. And we see Jamie Dunning in the chat saying he's going to be on track. I just saw you come into the session, Jamie. We will be looking out for you. You were very fast in the Cup Series tonight. We'll be looking out for that. Currently got the 11 of Casey Flowers on track for qualifying. And Sire Source back in the chat. Glad to have you here. All right, sorry, Dakota. I think I cut you off there.
Oh, you're all good. I was going to say, well, let's go on board with Mr. Flowers. It looks like he has wrapped up qualifying.
Yep. We do have Alex Finney on the track. We're going to ride along with him. He just laid down a time good enough to take 9. Alex Finney gonna lay it down.
If the viewers tune into that turn he just went through, those little white specks on the inside line are those turtles I am talking about. hopefully they can catch that and see what I was talking about and explain that a little bit better. You've had to run in with those turtles, Austin. How do they help in the truck race?
I don't think I had it running with the turtles in the truck race now, Dakota. You know, I definitely had some struggles here at Myrtle Beach, but I don't think I ran into the turtles. At least not in anything I have broadcasted over on my Twitch. Looks like just about everyone has finished up qualifying. We're gonna stand by. We've got about 5 minutes before the green flag drops. Let's go ahead and try and talk to Chris Evans in that 23 car. Get him up to the booth. Hey, Chris, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, copy.
Hey, we are glad to see you back for the second race of tonight. We saw you had some struggles in the Cup Series earlier on. Are you, and can only imagine you're looking to bounce back. You're sitting in third right now. What's your plan to take home the win tonight?
Yeah, in the cup race, it was unfortunate with the net code, but we have a fast to camera here, and hopefully to save some tires and be there in the end.
All right, sounds good. This is just a 60-lap shootout, so should be a little, it will be a lot shorter than the Cup and ARCA series that we've been broadcasting. But good luck tonight. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you get back down on track?
No, it's my kid, my girlfriend, and have a good race tonight.
All right, we appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once again,
Austin, it appears we have a couple more minutes left. Is Mr. Brooks in the Discord tonight?
I am looking for Brooks in the Discord, and I have not found him yet. But we do have our fan favorite, Thomas Adams, down here. Let's go ahead and pull him up here. Get a quick interview. Hey, Thomas, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I got you. I got you.
All right. You're currently starting in 21st. 22nd. Jamie Dunning just laid down a lap good enough to get 19th. We are glad to see you racing on Monday nights now. Still waiting for you to make your way up to the Cup Series, but glad to have you in the Late Model Series. What's it going to take for you to find yourself up front at the end of the night?
Probably just conserving my tires, taking it nice and easy, waiting for everyone to, burn their tires up or crash themselves out. Just play this nice and slow. I'm excited to be here, trying to get as much wheel time as possible.
All right, we're excited to have you here too, and I know Jeremy Schaefer up in the chat is excited to see Thomas Adams make his debut on Sunday nights on the Rebel Racing Network.
I'm gonna do my best to not let him down.
All right, and I've heard a rumor that you're looking at coming to our Wednesday night show as well.
This is true. I would like all the info on that, and if anyone needs a driver, here I am.
All right, well, we appreciate.
Well,
Go ahead,
Mr.
Dakota.
Adams, I'm the guy to give you the information you're looking for. Do me a favor. I'll save some time. We're going to be going green here in just a few minutes. Tune back into this broadcast during practice. I gave all the information that is needed for the Wednesday Night League. We'd love to have you out. I'm sure you can land a spot on a team. If not, you're more than happy to come out and still race with us. And not everybody's going to be on a team. There's going to be some guys not on teams, and you're more than happy to come out and race with us.
Beautiful. Appreciate the invite.
All right, thank you, Thomas. We will send you back down to your chat and let you get ready for this one. Once again, that was Thomas Adams. He will be rolling off 22nd as it stands right now. We currently only have the 35 of Brian Tiffany waiting to qualify. I do not believe Brian is going to make a qualifying run here tonight, though, with time winding down on qualifying.
Yeah, and it being a short track, Austin, you know as much as I do, you've raced these late models. Being not qualifying, starting in the back might be some of his strategy here tonight. This is a short track here at Myrtle Beach, and maybe he just wants to run his strategy, and that's part of it.
Yeah, short track, a new league, a lot of new faces. Everyone still has to get used to each other. I'm expecting that we're going to see some cautions here tonight. But before we get it started, let's go through our official grid. We try and get the official grid to pull up. While we wait for the grid to try and pull up, we've got some Cameron fans in here. Alex Finney has some fans entering the chat as well. Glad to have you guys here. Nasty Newman, Brittany Cresson, I apologize if I butcher your name. Morgan Rogers, glad to have you guys here. And the grid is now up. We will run through that official grid. Starting on the pole, we have Justin Brooks in that 33 car. To his outside in second, we have Tanner Witt in the 16 machine. Chris Evans will start third in the 23 car. Zach Bartow will roll off fourth in the 19 car. Cody Bullock will start fifth in the 18 car. Tyler Street, we just had a podium interview with him about an hour ago. Will be starting sixth in the 4 car. In seventh, we have Alex Finney in the 63 car. Rolling off eighth will be Simon Grills in the 13 car. Michael Holderreed will be starting ninth in the 7 machine. Jared Kuno will roll off 10th in the 22 car. Jamie Dunning will be starting 11th in the 54 car. In 12th, we have Jay Vaught in the 88 machine. Rolling off 13th, we have Thomas Kirkman in the 01. In 14th, we have Sebastian Chanel. Once again, I apologize if I butcher your name. I'm still learning the names here. But he will be rolling off 14th in the 90 machine. In 15th, we have Steven Linger in the 97. 16th will be Scott Tomlinson in the 8 car. Cameron Cresson will be rolling off 17th in the 28 car. In 18th, we have Casey Flowers in the 11 car. Rolling off 19th will be Anthony Engelhard in the 73 machine. Ben Johnson will roll off 20th in the 57 car. Terrell Wheeler will start 21st in the 43 car. Thomas Adams will be starting 22nd in the 64 car. Xavier Chanel will be rolling off 23rd in the 666 car. And rounding out your field back in 24th will be Brian Tiffany in the 35 car.
And as you went through that lineup, Austin, I want to point out there was a lot of guys from LGR Motorsports on track tonight. That is going to be the team to watch. They have, correct me if I got this wrong, but I think I counted 4 or 5 cars on track tonight for one team. They definitely came to show up for this NORA Sunday night with Final Stop Racing Week.
Yep, they will definitely be a team to focus on tonight. As they begin their parade laps, the lights on the pace car are off. I do believe we have one to go. All right, the pace car dives down to the inside, heads down pit road as they get ready to take the green flag. Green flag is out there, already stacking up on the start. The 3Y Racing and the 97 car of Steven Linger goes for a ride through the infield there. And we've got our first caution of the night here on lap 1. Thomas Adams involved in that. Let's go back, take a look at that start and see what happened there. So Steven Linger goes for a ride through the grass on the infield, and Thomas Adams catches a piece of that as well. They both end up backwards on track.
Yeah, they might have been backwards there, Austin, but looks like they got out of there with minimal damage. They might have a little bit, but minimal at most.
Yes, they didn't really get to a high speed, and these late model cars are pretty durable, so hopefully nothing too big on the damage. But real quick, we're going to step aside for a word from our sponsors.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn one. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
All right, and we are back. After an early caution, lap 1. Justin Brooks still in the lead. Tanner Witt in second. Chris Evans in third. Zach Bartow in fourth. Cody Bullock rounding out your top 5. I just want to go back to that initial green flag. It looked like, some people were ready to go, some people weren't. The one getting a little antsy, getting into the car in front of him, stacking everyone up. The green flag is back out. I guess we are having single file restarts here. Justin Brooks pulling away with it now. And yellow flag is out yet again. Looks like Cameron Cresson and Anthony Engelhart involved in this one. I'm gonna go back, see what happened here. Anthony in the 73. Try and get it pulled up here. All right, and it looks like, I believe that was the 11 of Casey Flowers getting to the back of Cameron Cresson, bringing out that caution.
Yeah, looking here at the leaderboard, there seems to be a little bit of error with iRacing. Everybody's showing 3 laps down but the leader.
Yes, it does look like we have an error with iRacing. I am showing Cameron Cresson as our race leader, even though he was involved in that. That does tend to happen with iRacing on these, on these early cautions before people even get across the line. And it looks like it is updating now, so we will have to stand by for our leaderboard to update. And we've got Morgan Rogers saying justice for Cresson. Jonathan Dominic says it looks like the Cup Series race with these early cautions. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jonathan. I did miss a little bit because of the power outage I was dealing with. But we did have some early cautions. But once y'all got going, y'all did get a long green flag run there at the end.
Yeah, and I think we'll have another good long green flag run here. People just got to realize that it's early on, and temper's got to stay calm. You got to be patient. Short track racing, it's a new league. It's the inaugural race, so People are going to try to race harder than they should, but we'll get a good green flag run here in a little while, and I do believe it's going to be a good one to watch.
Yes, and it looks like we are getting this sorted out now with the leaderboard. Apparently, we are dropping back to lap 3, though. So some confusion with the race directors, it looks like. All right, and our green flag is back out. And our third caution of the night comes out. I do believe that was the 97 of Steven Linger involved in that one.
Yeah, no one wants to see a caution, but it's definitely going to help these guys get these cars stacked and re-racked. So that's what they want to do and get these things back where they should be, because when the green flag dropped, a lot of them were all spread out. So it's another caution in some people's eyes, but it's one that's well deserved. Unfortunately, people were involved, but it's going to give these great drivers a chance to stack, rack, and we'll be right back with a good race.
Yes, and I do believe that they are finally getting the iRacing scoring worked out as well. Maybe not. I'm still seeing people dropping off. We will just have to wait and see with the iRacing software to see what happens with this. Jonathan Dominic saying it took a while for everyone to settle in. I do believe you are right, Jonathan, and I think that's what it's going to take here. Currently seeing three or four drivers listed as out right now. So as some of these drivers get wrecked out of the race, it should clean up as well. All right, and it looks like we are doubling them up for this restart. We'll have a double file restart, apparently. Wait to see what happens here.
And you touched on how we're still on early laps here. Looking at this and looking at the timing and seeing what's going on, I do believe that caution laps do not count. That's why we keep bouncing forward and backwards on the lap counter this evening.
I do believe you are right, Dakota. But the green flag is back out. The field is sorted out. We see a car. I don't know if they made contact with the turtles there. Going down to the inside, but we are still green flag racing. Justin Brooks leading. Chris Evans right now. Tanner Whitten third. It looks like they're getting it sorted out single file. So that is what these drivers need to get it spaced out, get their feet under them, settle in. I'd just like to point out that 54 car of Jamie Dunning running the same paint scheme that I run on my late model.
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on the paint schemes this evening. There are a lot of great drivers out here with great paint schemes. So maybe we'll have to see if we can find a sponsor to sponsor a race later on in the season that will give these drivers something to make their and showcase their cars, and maybe the best paint scheme in the polls based on the broadcast of the evening will win that.
That would be very interesting. I'm seeing Ben Johnson involved in an issue, it looks like. It's Ben Johnson in that double zero. Turned sideways. The front end of that car bent in. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened to him. It looks like he got in the back of at 64 of Thomas Adams. Then the car behind him gets into him, sending him around. Oh, great for Ben Johnson. We will step aside for a word from our sponsors.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold. Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At FedUp, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. FedUp, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damaged, late, lost, or completely incinerated packages. Batteries not included. Actually, nothing's included.
All right, and we are back. Big thank you to FedUp for being a sponsor of the Rebel Racing Network. That is the merger between FedEx and UPS. They have merged together to create a company called FedUp. So we are currently seeing the 57 of Ben Johnson was scored in first. They just dropped him off the leaderboard. Justin Brooks still in charge of this one. As they double him back up and the lights on the pace car are out. McJowell Gaming's race is over due to his internet. We are sorry to hear that. We have been having some technical difficulties tonight on the Rebel Racing Network as well. So I feel your pain, brother. But the pace car is off. They are getting ready to go back green. Justin Brooks going to lead them down to the green flag. And the green flag is out. Justin Brooks takes off. Cody Bullock trying to follow him. And we already have, it looks like Simon Grills, Thomas Adams, Anthony Engelhardt involved in another incident. Simon Grills in the 13. He is backwards on the front stretch. Bringing out yet another caution. Well, folks, if you like mayhem, this is the race for you. There's been a lot of mayhem early on in this one. So a little bit of an update on standings. Justin Brooks still sitting in first place. Tanner Witt now in second. Cody Bullock in third. Zach Bartow running fourth. As the scoring tries to get updated. Right. Pace car is off. Green flag is coming back out. Justin Brooks leading him to the green flag again. Cody Bullock going to follow Justin Brooks on that low side. Take over second position. Tanner Witt drops back to third. We got Tyler Street back there racing for fourth. Getting by the 19 and Zach Bartow. They try and get these cars spaced out and get some green flag laps, but it is not going to happen. Our sixth caution of the night comes out. Steven Linger involved in that. Go back and take a look, see what happened here. Steven Linger in the 97. Looks like the 73 of Anthony Engelhard just came across his nose, sending him around. And once again, folks, caution laps I do not believe are counting tonight. We are still back here on lap 12 out of 60. Still 48 laps to go. All right, they are doubled back up. Lights on the pace car are out. We are getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Justin Brooks in control of this one. Green flag is out. Justin Brooks takes off. Cody Bullock right with him. Tanner Witt in third. Jay Vaught now making his way up to fourth. Thomas Kirkman rounding out your top five. Keep an eye on that 11 of Casey Flowers. We've seen him fast in some of the other NORA series. He is trying to make his way up to the front in that 0-1. Sitting back in sixth as they start to get spaced out here.
Another one I want to point out is Terrell Wheeler in that 43 has now cracked the top 10, sitting here in P8.
He has, and that is our league owner, Terrell Wheeler. He did not have a good showing in the Cup Series tonight. Looking to make up for it, though. Now up 13 positions from where he started. We start to get some green flag laps under our belt. A lot of racing back in the pack. A lot of jockeying for position here. We currently ride along with Terrell Wheeler in the 43 car. Getting challenged by Brian Tiffany in the 35. Tiffany's going to pull up in front of him. The 13 of Simon Grill's also going to make his way by Terrell Wheeler. Terrell Wheeler made his way up to the top 10, but he is dropping fast, stuck on that outside line. And caution is out. I do believe that was the 54 of Jamie Dunning that kicked that one off. We go back and take a look at it. The 54 of Jamie Dunning in that red, white, and blue USA car. Looks like he got up into the 63 of Alex Finney. Tough break for Alex. He has some fans in the chat tonight. So Alex making his way down pit road. Some front end damage to that car. Looks like some wheel damage as well. Gonna have to burn that quick repair if he still has one left. So we saw a longer green flag run that time by. It looks like everyone is starting to get a little bit more settled in. Not quite figuring out where exactly they fit in yet, but, you know, some people starting to calm down.
All right, I'm back. Austin, I came back just in time for us to go green here. Sorry, I said I've been canning sweet corn all night, so I've been stepping away. But you're right next to my stove on my tablet, so I'm still here with you. If I get quiet, that's why I'm making the world go round and making food for the family for the winter.
All right. I was wondering what happened to you. You got a little bit quiet there. So we did get
It's that time of year, sweet corn, farmers markets, apple pies, cider, donuts. Best time of year coming up here in the next month and a half, 2 months, and gonna be a great time to make some food and stop buying all that processed stuff that's sold in grocery stores, and hopefully I can be around for my kids for the long term.
Now you're making me hungry, Dakota, but we are back green flag racing. Justin Brooks taking off again. Not very many shakeups in that top three. Cody Bullock in second, Tanner Witt in third, Jay Vaught in fourth. Go back, keeping an eye, though, on that 11 of Casey Flowers, up 12 positions from where he started, made his way up to 6th, and looking to crack the top 5 tonight. We've got Brittany Cresson in the chat asking Finney why he is flying.
Well, I'm going to go out there and say, Mrs. Cresson, he is an Eagles fan. Fly, Eagles, fly. I might be wrong, but fly, Eagles, fly.
Is that who you're rooting for, since the Bears ain't that good, Dakota?
I might be from the Midwest, but I am not no Bears fan.
All right.
Mr. Brooks is still out front. He had a fastest qualifying lap, and he is still putting that 2/10 that he's been ahead all night to work.
Yes, he has, and we're looking at the 01 of Thomas Kirkman currently sitting in 5th, closing in on Jay Vaught in that 88 car. Brittany's saying he is not an Eagles fan, so you do not have a friend when it comes to football, Dakota.
I learned a long time ago, my friend, I ain't got very many friends in life.
All right, and we're going to go back and look at Casey Flowers. He's stuck on that high side. Just gave up 6th position to that 13 of Simon Grills. In the 4 car of Tyler Street now trying to get to the inside and challenge Casey Flowers as well. Tyler Street,
Go ahead.
Oh, no, we just saw Tyler Street have a very dominant run in the Cup Series, looking to carry that over to the Outlaw Late Models.
Yeah, I just want to point out, he was on the inside, and that's where you want to be at these short tracks. I've had enough experience racing short tracks. You've had enough experience. I'm sure all these guys have. You don't want to get stuck on that high side. You get stuck on that high side, you are going to drop like a rock.
Yes, you are. Casey Flowers desperately trying to hold on to his position. He set it in lower than Tyler Street that time by, but lost it coming off the turn and gives up yet another position to the 22 of Jared Kuno. So Flowers dropping quick here. We're going to go back, take a look at the 63 of Alex Finney, trying to make the high side work for him as he goes to work on the damaged 43 car of Terrell Wheeler. Now getting to the inside for Alex Finney. He's going to get by Terrell Wheeler, not this turn, but I do believe he's going to complete that pass the next time by.
Yes, he should. He should have that coming out of turn 3 right there, and he does.
Yes, he does. Going back up to the front, Justin Brooks now opened up to a half-second lead over Cody Bullock. We're going to look at their last lap times. And we're looking at Justin Brooks just under 0.2 of a second faster than the second place car of Cody Bullock. Opening up that gap, but we are getting some green flag racing in now as we just reached halfway. Justin Brooks been in control of this one the whole time, but if this stays green, he's going to have some lap traffic to deal with here in the near future.
Yeah, and that's the problem you have being up front in the top 5, top 10. You will encounter that lap traffic, and sometimes you can get around them, and sometimes you just have nowhere to go, and you got to follow them. And that might allow Mr. Bullock to close that gap that is between Mr. Brooks and Mr. Bullock when the lap cars come around.
I'm looking back through the field. Tyler Street is, currently sitting in 5th. Trying to get yet another podium finish tonight. He is trying to look to the inside of Jay Vaught in that 88 still. Morgan Rogers rooting for Finney in the chat. Finney is now caught up to that 54 of Jamie Dunning, looking to gain yet another position and get back up to 11th. I'd just like to point out our hard charger of the race, Brian Tiffany, in that 35. Brian did not qualify, is making his way up, now sitting in 10th position. Oh, Tyler Street going for a ride to the inside. Bringing out our 8th caution of the night here on lap 35. We saw him get all bunched up there in the corner of your screen. Tried to go to it. By the time we got to it on the camera, Tyler Street goes around. We're going to go back, take a look, see what exactly happened here. Looks like Tyler Street entered just a little bit too high as he was going by, or trying to go by, the 88 of Jay Vaught. A tough break for Tyler Street. That's going to drop him back to 15th. He's going to have to battle back here. We saw him very fast. 25 laps to go, though. We'll see if he has enough time to make his way back up to the front.
Yeah, with 25 to go and 3 sets of tires, you would think a couple guys would come down and get tires, Austin, but I want to point out to the people in the chat that do not know how these cars operate. If you take tires on these cars, you're looking at a 16-second pit stop. And that, at a short track, is 1 lap. You will go a lap down if you take 4 tires.
Yes, you will. And, you know, a lot of these guys, they really haven't had that many green flag laps, so, you know, they're probably not hurting for tires yet. Just pull up our pit stop strategy tracker real quick. As we wait for things to update. You see Brian Tiffany still on his original set. Kirkman, Vaught, Witt, Bullock, and Brooks still on their original sets of tires. Those guys are up front. A lot of drivers still on original tires here. Not desperate for tires yet.
As long as you can keep them cool, that is what's going to keep these cars alive at the end of this race. If you heat them up and use them up, you won't have any tires. You know that. I know that.
All right, and the green flag is back out. Justin Brooks taking off. Cody Bullock following suit. Tanner Witt now finds his way out in front. But we've got Thomas Kirkman taking away 4th from Jay Vaught. Jay Vaught trying to battle back on the inside. You know that inside is where you want to be tonight. Vaught not going to clear Kirkman just yet. But Cameron Cresson involved in an incident now. Go back, take a look, see what happened here. Cameron Cresson in the 28 car. Looks like Cresson already has some wheel damage. And I'm not sure, Dakota, if he caught the turtles or he got a little bit help from a hit in the rear to send him around sideways there. But he doesn't make
He
it
looks
on.
like you got a little bit of help, but once you get on them turtles, you can't get off them. It's like riding rumble strips down the highway. It just pulls that car around that corner.
Yep, but he did not hit anything, so no more damage done to that car.
And Brittany's in the chat. She said he's not an Eagle fan, but I'm kind of curious what fan he is. So if she's still in the chat, go ahead and drop in the chat, Brittany, who he does root for.
And don't say the Chiefs. Alright, it looks like we've got our standings sorted out, so we currently still have Justin Brooks in first, Cody Bullock at second, Tanner Witt in third, Thomas Kirkman in fourth, Jay Vaught in fifth, Jared Kuno, I believe, in sixth, as the stats try and update again. Nasty Newman telling Finney to drive the hell out of it.
This Carolina Panthers fan. That's down in your neck of the woods there, Austin. You Carolina boys might need to stick together.
Hold on now. Everyone knows I am a diehard Steelers fan. And I wouldn't be happy about rooting for the Panthers either.
Well, I don't know how you're a Steelers fan, because they've had a lot of guys with, like, Troy Polamalu and all them guys with a lot of hair But you're getting up there in age, my friend, and you ain't got much hair left. What makes you be a Steelers fan?
Oh man, born in Pittsburgh, raised in North Carolina, but we are going green flag racing. Justin Brooks taking off again. Cody Bullock trying to stick with him, not going to do it on that restart. As we see Tanner Witt and Thomas Kirkman now battling for that third position. Kirkman in the 0-1, Tanner Witt in the 16, side by side going through the turns.
Nasty Newman says, "Go Cowboys." Man, if my boy Hugh Escobar was here tonight, he would have a fan and a fan and a fan for life.
And man, I tell you what, I think Nasty Newman's itching for a timeout rooting for the Cowgirls.
Hey, the Cowgirls are just like the Cubs. The Cubs won't show up in October, and the Cowboys won't show up in February.
I think Brittany's getting sick over there just thinking about the Cowboys. But we are down to 20 to go. Justin Brooks pulling away out to a half-second lead. Back in the pack, we have the 88 of Jay Vaught. He was up front earlier, has now dropped back to 6th. And looky who is making his way back to the front. That 4 of Tyler Street. We saw him have some trouble earlier. Tyler Street making his way back to the 7th. Got his sights set on the 88 of Jay Vaught. Seth LaCroix in here rooting for the Cowboys too. Guys, this is an iRacing broadcast. I think we're talking more about football. All right, but here comes Tyler Street getting to the inside of Jay Vaught. Going to take that position away. Street not clear of him yet. He's going to do it, though, coming off of turn 4. They're going to try a crossover, but not going to get back to the inside of that 4 car. Now we see Jay Street moving up the track. It looks like maybe some trouble for them, but Casey Flowers getting to the back of the 13, sending him sideways, bringing out our 10th caution of the night. I do believe that was Casey Flowers. Simon Grill's getting together. Casey gets in the rear end of that 13 of Simon Grill, sends him sideways. So now as we come down to just 14 to go, Justin Brooks still in charge of this one. A lot of these, or most of these guys up front have not had to come down pit road for tires, but we've seen 2 fairly decent green flag runs. Do you think they're thinking about it this late in the race, Dakota?
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to think about tires as much, but as we come with 14 to go, the guys that have not come down pit road, you know that fuel strategy has to be in their mind. Even though caution laps do not count for the ticker, they still count for the fuel mileage on these cars. So these guys got to be getting close on fuel.
Yes, and that's something I think a lot of people have not thought about here tonight is the fuel strategy with all of these yellow flag laps that do not count. Nasty Newman saying Finney has a lot of favors to return. Finney currently sitting in 11th, trying to crack that top 10. Pace car is off. Justin Brooks leading him off of turn 4 to take the green flag, hopefully one last time. Green flag is out. Justin Brooks taking off. Cody Bullock trying to hang with him. We've got Kirkman and Witt battling back there for third position, but the caution is out, and it looks like Adams and Croissant involved in this. Look at the 64, that green car of Thomas Adams. I do believe Croissant just got sent hit in the rear and sent across Thomas Adams' nose, and I do believe that will end Cameron Croissant's night. Go back and see what happened with Cameron Croissant in that 28 car. Tough break for
It
Cameron.
appears he just got a bump from the car behind him and got him loose and sent him right up into the wall right across his nose. Tough break for both those drivers this evening.
Yes, it was. I know Thomas Adams just trying to keep it clean and, come away with a decent finish. He's currently sitting in 15th, up 7 positions from where he qualified, but a lot of damage to that 64 machine. We'll take a look at the standings. Justin Brooks still in charge of this one. Cody Bullock in second. Thomas Kirkman in third. Tanner Witt in fourth. Those two battling it out on these restarts and making his way back up to fifth. We have Tyler Street in that 4 car. Tyler Street, a very strong driver. Looking to recover from some early race trouble and make his way back up to the podium. They're doubled up, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Justin Brooks will lead him to the green flag. 13 to go when they cross the line. Green flag is out. Justin Brooks taken off there.
He's had great restarts all night, and he does it again. And he puts that 2/10 that he's had all night right out front.
Yes, he has. We're going back and looking at that 16 of Tanner Witt. He's stuck on the high side. Tyler Street's now got to his inside. As Tyler Street trying to make his way back to the podium, we see a car stuck on the inside wall on the front stretch. I do believe that was Tanner Witt in the 16. Go back to see what exactly happened with Tanner Witt. Looks like Tanner Witt caught the outside wall, bounces off of it, comes down to the car in front of him, gets sent around. That'll shake some things up. Justin Brooks opening up that lead as he takes 10 to go signal. Cody Bullock still in second. Thomas Kirkman in third. But here comes Tyler Street in that 4 car. All right, Morgan saying congrats to Croissant and Trent for both having babies. Congratulations, guys. Come down to 9 to go. Staying glued to that 4 of Tyler Street, trying to make his way back up to the front and get another podium.
Yeah, if he can pull it off, he'll be back-to-back podiums for a Sunday evening. Be a great way to start his way Monday morning when he goes into work.
Walking just a little bit taller when he goes to clock in tomorrow, hopefully. Going back, looking at the front, Justin Brooks opening that gap up to a 2.5 seconds. The battle is for second. Second and third. These three drivers, Cody Bullock, Thomas Kirkman, and Tyler Street, looking to battle it out. And caution is out. Our 12th caution of the night comes out with 6 to go. Go back, try and see what happened there. Looks like the 8 car. It's the 8 of Scott Tomlinson in the outside wall there. Back it up, see what caused that. Looks like the 8 just has some major wheel damage. Can't get that car to turn and gets stuck in the outside wall. Bringing out our, I believe, 12th caution of the night.
Yeah, he got stuck in the outside wall and looks like he pulled a book out of Ross Chastain's playbook.
Or at least tried to. He definitely kept his foot in the throttle. NASCAR would have something to say about that one, though.
Yeah, they make rules after things like that happen, but guys still pull it off, and I mean, hats off to them when they do it. Hopefully they get away with it. Maybe he'll have that watermelon he can throw down if he ever wins one this season, because he's going to be a guy to watch all season long.
Yep, but going back as we come down, we'll have 6 to go when they drop the green flag. Justin Brooks, very strong on these restarts, has such a built-in advantage with the lead car being able to control the restarts. I think the battle here is for second. Cody Bullock, Thomas Kirkman, Tyler Street, all very fast, and we're starting to get some green flag laps. I think this will be an exciting battle for second, and just what Justin Brooks wants to see. It will allow him to pull away if those 3 guys start to battle it out. Nasty Newman saying Alex Finney needs to pull a Carson Hocevar for the last 7 laps. Finney currently sitting back there in 12th. Right behind your favorite paint scheme of the night, that 19 car of Zach Bartow, Dakota.
Yeah, he's got a great car number. He's got a great paint scheme. That car is going to do great things all season.
All right, that pace car is going to dive down pit lane. We're going to have a single file restart on this one. So everyone's bunched back up, but single file. This will shake things up in that battle for second place. Justin Brooks taking off. We're going to go back and look at Tyler Street in that 4 car, the green and white car, green, white, and blue. Going to work on Thomas Kirkman in the 0-1.
And that's where he wants to be, and coming up to 5 to go, he wants to be right in that back bumper to set himself up for a chance to get that pass coming with the white flag here in about 4 laps to go.
Yep, the top 2 pulling away, though. Brooks and Bullock.
Top 2 might be pulling away, but Street's looking for that podium finish. And I mean, after races like these, even a podium it is a win for most teams. It builds that momentum going into next week.
Yes, it does, and we're seeing him. He's thinking about looking low, waiting for the right time to make his move. A lot of this short track racing is waiting on the guy in front of you to make a mistake. But I know how hungry for another podium Tyler Street must be, and he's got to be thinking about maybe giving him the bumper. But he's going to get underneath them and not have to. And they're side by side. The battle is for third. They come down to 3 to go. Tyler Street really working that low side. It's a good exit off of turn 4. Tyler Street's going to pull off the pass for third. We're down to 2 to go. Justin Brooks going to cross the line, take the white flag. Next flag ends the race, folks. Brooks out to a 2.5 lead over Cody Bullock. No competition for Brooks. He pulls off the box to wire, starting on the pole, controlling the race the whole night, and taking home the checkered flag. Cody Bullock will finish second, Tyler Street in third, Thomas Kirkman will finish fourth, and Jared Kuna will round out your top 5. Let these guys make their way around the track, get these cars parked, and we will start our interviews. Currently have Tyler Street and Justin Brooks in the Discord. I apologize. Justin Brooks looks like he has exited the Discord. We're going to wait and see if he comes back in, though. Mick Jall saying good race, looking forward to next week. I am too, because I will be on the track next week. All right, and we're going to go ahead and kick off our interviews with the 4 of Tyler Street, getting his second podium finish of the night. Hey, Tyler, it's Austin up in the booth with Dakota Dennis. You got us?
I do.
Man, I feel like I just talked to you like an hour ago.
I know. I do better on these long runs. I'm telling you, I can just actually save the tires and do better with it.
Yep, so it's got to feel pretty good taking home 2 podium finishes in one night.
Yeah, I didn't really expect me to do this because I literally just bought the track before the session started. But yeah, I don't know. I never really would have thought I would have finished third, but I definitely did not have anything for Justin. Justin's in another world. Apparently we need to take his engine power out or something because somebody needs to check his motor because it's a little too fast than everybody else.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think he's down on the tech pad right now, and they are tearing that car apart. But take us through that incident you had about mid-race and what it was like battling back after that.
I was actually a little bit more nervous there after I got the hit from behind. I really didn't think I had enough time to go back through the field, but then I realized that it, restarted me back in 6th or 7th, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I can do this a little bit better than what I thought I was going to do. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I pitted when I did early. I know you don't have to pit in these, and I'm kind of glad I did, just to kind of give me a little bit more of a chance to push the car even harder. So yeah, definitely glad that I could make it back through the field. I think I had something for second, for sure, on the long green. But like I said, I definitely would have never had anything for Justin.
Yep, and we were watching your battle with Thomas Kirkman for third at the end of that race. Take us through that battle too. It looked like you were trying to get lower than him, tried a couple times to get to his inside, and were backing off, and then you finally got to him. Take us through what was going through your mind.
Yeah, the biggest thing was I knew if I like almost checked up on the entry of the corner a little bit more to get more drive off, it was better. And it, like you said, like just trying to get lower than he was off the exit to get the just straight drive off. So that was biggest thing, and I finally was able to get a good enough run to kind of to get him enough at the corner panel of him. Basically, it really wasn't truly there, but it was really fun though battling out with him there for the last couple laps, because what we ran like 3 laps or 4 laps there side by side. So just to do that and to keep going that way was really cool. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely cool to see work my way up through. I'm not really on iRacing that much just because of my real race schedule, and always busy with that right now during the summer. So this is cool for me to do. I really do like doing this in general, just as I enjoy asphalt. I come from the dirt world, but I can't ran asphalt as a kid, and so it's really cool to just work my way up through this and still have some asphalt skills.
Yes, well, I tell you what, after tonight, it looks like you're definitely building those asphalt skills back up, man. But, you know, I'll ask you again, anyone you want to shout out for the second time tonight before we let you get on out of here?
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, obviously LGR and everybody that does this. Jared just did this paint scheme real quick, so it's really cool to see it. We got a little things to work with the paint scheme for hopefully next week or coming up, and maybe just try to see if we can do a special paint scheme later on for the series. And yeah, I just got to thank everybody that does this. And with Trail with this league, I know we had some issues with it tonight. Obviously, we'll get the bugs worked out. And then thank you guys for doing the broadcast again. I know you guys aren't doing all of them, but I appreciate you guys doing the broadcast.
All right, well, we appreciate you guys putting on a show, and I will be in that show next week. So, hey, I'm coming for you, buddy. But have a good night.
I like it. Thank you. You guys too.
Thank you. Once again, that was Tyler Street coming home third, his second podium finish of the night. We're going to move on to our second place finisher, Cody Bullock. Cody, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
All right, man. You came home second tonight, just behind Justin Brooks. You know, didn't really see a lot of challengers for you, and you know, Justin Brooks was able to pull away. You know, take us through what it was like racing against Justin.
I don't know if I'd call that racing, but I tried, man. He was in a different world, man. Class of his own with that. I tried to run his line. I mean, I got faster later running his line. Definitely, he could put the car wherever he wanted it. So I was kind of I wanted to throw some long shots in there, man, but I just couldn't. I was too far back for it to matter. But no, he just every time on a restart, he had me. I was trying to hang him as long as I could, but he got me on every single restart.
Yeah, we saw you trying to hang with him a little bit. Just, you know, he's really fast and looked like no one really had anything for him. On that last restart, were you at all nervous about Tyler Street and Thomas Kirkman? It looked like they had closed the gap with you on the last green flag run. And when they bunched it back up, we were a little bit nervous, thinking there might be a battle for second.
Yeah, I was pushing real hard before we got that second to last caution just to see what I could do. Actually, Thomas is one of my teammates, so I was talking to him, kind of going back and forth about it, and I raced against Tyler earlier tonight. So yeah, it was definitely a little bit nerve-wracking to say the least. They were both really fast there at the end, and I got lucky and ran my fastest lap of the race, got enough distance that way when they started catching me with about 2-3 to go, I had enough time just to kind of cruise it out.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. Congratulations on a second place finish tonight. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you get on out of here?
My team Circle City Sim Racing with it's Jay Vaught, Simon Grills, and Thomas Kirkman all in the league, and myself. Yeah, we're looking forward to having a good run in this league, and I appreciate the guys for putting this on and the admins, and you guys, of course, for doing a great broadcast. So yeah, that's about it.
All right, we appreciate it, buddy. Congratulations again. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Once again, that was Cody Bullock coming home second tonight. And I have just been informed. Oh, here comes Justin Brooks. He is done at the tech pad. It appears. Hey, Justin, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, so, I'm guessing we were looking for you in Discord. We almost moved on. Were you being held up at the tech pad tonight?
Apparently, no, I had to go use the bathroom right quick and was grabbing something to eat out of the kitchen. And I seen when I came back that, what's the name, got drug out of the channel, so I figured that, it was time for me to get on here. I guess I got on at the perfect time.
Perfect timing. We thought you were getting held up at the tech pad. You completed the box to wire tonight, qualified on the pole, came home first, and I don't think you were ever outside of first place tonight. You want to tell us your secret tonight?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm still trying to get my wheel settings and everything back right. I messed my computer up last week, and tonight was the first chance I got on to try to fix most of that. I had to leave the session about like 3 times just trying to get everything back kind of close. I still need to get some force feedback fixed and all and a few other things. But, I mean, it's just all about backing your corner up and rolling the center in the corner, not letting the weight distribution getting over to the right front and making it tight on exit and keeping the car turning and keeping it straight. Because if you keep it straight, you don't scrub any speed off the corner and just make speed. This car is all about momentum, so that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, anyone you want to shout out before we let you get on out of here and start celebrating?
Thank you guys for putting this on. I want to thank the league for letting me come over and have a little fun tonight. I know there was a few hiccups tonight, but seems like a good group of guys. I mean, thank them for letting me come run and anybody out there watching tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
All right, we did, sir. But congratulations again. Have a good night, buddy.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. Once again, that was Justin Brooks coming home first tonight, completing the box to wire. We're going to run through our official race results. Taking home the win, we had Justin Brooks finishing second. Cody Bullock in third. We had Tyler Street. Thomas Kirkman comes home fourth. Jared Kuno finishes fifth. Casey Flowers comes home sixth. In seventh, we had Brian Tiffany. Terrell Wheeler finishes eighth. Alex Finney finishes ninth. Tanner Witt comes home 10th. Simon Grills will finish 11th. Zach Bartow will finish 12th. Scott Tomlinson finished 13th tonight. And 14th, we have Thomas Adams. And 15th, Jay Vaught. Cameron Cresson comes home 16th. Jamie Dunning comes home 17th. And 18th, we had Chris Evans. In 19th, we had Xavier Chanel. In 20th, Ben Johnson. 21st was Sebastian Chanel. Michael Holderreed comes home 22nd. Stephen Linger finishes 23rd. And Anthony Engelhard finishes 24th. I would just like to thank everyone for tuning in. Nasty Newman, I saw your message. We love going live. Glad to have you guys here. A lot of new viewers, a lot of new racers tonight. If you have not done so already, hit like, follow, subscribe, and go check out our Facebook page. Like and follow us on Facebook. Our goal is 100 followers on Facebook so we can bring these races live to Facebook as well as YouTube. And once again, this will only be a part-time broadcasted league on the Rebel Racing Network. We are definitely going to be broadcasting the championship race. On the nights where this is not broadcasted on the Rebel Racing Network, I will be competing in the Outlaw Late Model Series. And you can follow me over on Twitch, XX_Gaming XX, to follow me along as I compete in the NORA Outlaw Late Model Series. Once again, we will be back here live tomorrow night with the National Outlaw Racing Association ARCA Series at Iowa for 110 laps. And I do believe my counterpart here, Dakota Dennis, will be making his return to the track there.
That is the plan, my friend. I've been gone a couple of weeks with that new job and everything, and schedule's just not aligning, but that is the goal. I mean, Iowa's not too far from me. It's about 4.5 hours. I'll actually be there in 2 weeks for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Iowa.
All right, so Dakota Dennis making his return to the track, and the next race for the National Outlaw Racing Association Late Model Series will be at Hickory for 60 laps. That is my home track. Close enough, I can consider that my home track. So I will be looking to defend that next week. And you can follow along with me on Twitch for that race. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and just to keep updated on which races will be broadcasted from this series and which ones I will be competing in. Until tomorrow night, everyone have a good night, and thank you for tuning in.